Okay, why would someone go after a CEO of an insurance company regarding healthcare? Kind of piqued my interest a little bit, but then it really got my attention when the motive was disposed. How are you guys all doing? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. Appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view my content. Make sure that you're following me on all the platforms you see above and below. Hitting this like button right here is how my content can consistently be recommended to you. And ladies and gentlemen, if and when you do subscribe to the channel, make sure you double check to make sure that you are indeed subscribed and hit that bell notification. That way you will be notified whenever I do post a video. So ladies and gentlemen, this is something that I was not going to report on, but it caught my attention because it got really crazy and really interesting. And a lot of my people that I work with, like, Ty, you are the person that works directly and you are always in contact with insurance companies regarding patients' care. And I was like, I don't know about this. But guys, when the motive got released, it blew my mind. And yeah, we're going to talk about it. But before I even get into it, check this out.
Well, we're back with more breaking news out of Midtown, where a man has been shot on 54th Street at 6th Avenue, right outside the Hilton Hotel.
All right, and sadly, we are getting more information. According to the New York Post, the CEO of United Health was the person who they believe was targeted. We're not going to release his name right now. I don't know if next of kin has been talked to, but we are hearing it's somebody with the United Health. Dan Bowens at the scene this morning. What are you hearing?
Rosanna and Kurt, we just got confirmation from the NYPD that this victim, this man who was shot outside of the Hilton Hotel here on 54th Street, 6th Avenue, Midtown, has died. And that suspect this morning still on the run, still not in custody. The investigation still very much underway. Want to go through the details very quickly as we know them. Fox 5, Good Day New York, first on the scene. We saw as officers attempted to give this man CPR, those desperate moments, but again, this victim, the man who was shot in the chest, has died. This all happened about 6:45 in the morning outside of the Hilton Hotel right off 6th Avenue. The suspect described as a 6-foot-tall man with a slim build, possibly wearing a cream-colored jacket, black gloves. He took off northbound on 6th Avenue. People who witnessed this situation, there were actually 2 or 3 people who saw it. They said that it appeared that this suspect was waiting for hours, maybe overnight, outside of the Hilton, possibly targeting this victim. It's unclear potentially how these two know each other, what the backstory is here, all part of the investigation.
New this morning, NYPD releasing surveillance photos of the suspected gunman at a New York hostel without a mask. The clothing seems to match what is seen around 7 yesterday morning on surveillance video outside a Midtown Manhattan hotel.
Okay, you saw that, you heard all that. That is very tragic. Somebody lost a possible father, a brother, a nephew, a husband, and it's very tragic. Now, what's crazy and what I told you guys that caught my attention about this is the whole delay, deny, defend, or the delay, deny, depose. We hear these words, especially me, all the time. When my employees bring to me that there's certain people, certain patients, whether it's in the hospital, whether it's in the skilled nursing facilities, that they delayed this, they denied this, they deposed of it, and then they defended their decision. The patient can appeal it. They can appeal up to 3 times. After the 3 times they get appealed, it's just a wrap. And during the appeals process, if the patient is appealing, however many days it takes them to make it to their final third appeals, that if the patient still gets denied such services or whatever the services may be, the patient is going to be liable for that payment. So, for example, if you get cut from insurance while doing a certain intervention, and you say, and if you don't agree with it, they'll say you can appeal. But they have it in the wording that while you are appealing, if it takes them 10 days to make a decision, if they deny it, those 10 days, you can appeal again. If it takes another 10 days and they deny it, you can appeal one more time. If an additional 10 days is added onto that, that's 30 days that you've gone while still getting that intervention, while still getting that treatment. And should they still deny you a third time, they're going to tell you you are responsible for all those 30 days during that appeals process, unless they make a decision to say you won the appeal and they're going to cover that. Right. So it's so much stuff that goes into it. But the thing is, this person specifically etched that into the shell casings, right? And unfortunately, I think that I can't say right now for myself to go after the CEO. I don't know if this person is trying to make a statement to the CEO himself and use the CEO as a sacrifice to the insurance company, United Healthcare themselves, or it could be, I don't know, guys. I'm just giving y'all some scenarios. Or it could be that because he or a family member, whoever he may be defending, whether it's himself or family, he may have actually asked for the CEO, written the CEO, and the CEO either ignored him or the CEO didn't even talk to him, just didn't even give him the time of the day, or he might have had contact with the CEO and the CEO told him it's not going to happen. I do not know. I'm just throwing you guys some scenarios out there. And what's really, really interesting as well is that there is a book. There is a book out there called Delay, Deny, and Defend, written by J.M. Feynman, however you say it. And it says in this book, those very words, delay, deny, defend, why insurance companies don't pay claims and what you can do about it is what the name of this book is. So some people are saying that this man may have been inspired by that book because of what this book tells you. And a lot of people are feeling like the insurance company rips people off. I have to write and actually go before a lot of residents a lot of times because insurance will cut them early for certain interventional treatments and therapeutics, right? And we have to do this all the time. And a lot of times the insurance will deny people. A lot of times they will win, so, but in this case, I don't know what the motive is going to be, but the fact that he wrote those things on those shell casings says a lot. So guys, all we can do right now is speculate. Now, one thing I'm not going to do, because I've seen some people that said things like, well, that's what they get. These insurance companies need to stop ripping people off. They need to stop. I get it. Trust me, of all people, I get it. That is like a huge portion as a director of my job is battling with insurance companies. I'm going before and pleading the case for all of our patients in the hospitals and the nursing homes and the assisted living facilities. This is what we do all the time, right? But guys, to take somebody's life, he could have been inspired by that movie. Y'all remember the movie Saw? Because in Saw, I forget which number it was, but he did the same exact thing. He says, you know what? It's not the doctors that are the enemies. He's like, it's the effing insurance companies. And next thing you know, he had the insurance company person in one of his little chambers, little tricks and all this stuff like that. So who knows? All I know is I'm going to be following this because it's definitely something that's up my alley when it comes to like the crime stuff, when it comes to solving things like that. I told you guys I'm a huge fanatic of the Next 48, Forensic Files, all those things. I love a lot of those crime shows. That's what I do in my winding down time. But this is a real life thing. And at the same time, it is something that's right up my alley because I deal with insurance companies all the time. Okay, so anyway, this is tragic. I hate that this man lost his life, and I'm not going to sit here and say, well, that's what they get. They shouldn't be. I'm not going to do things like that over somebody's life. There's always a way around it trying to get these people through court or something like that to be able to try to sue them. And yet at the same time, I can understand why people are upset because insurance do some of the craziest things, make some of the craziest decisions for patients. And it's sad that a lot of people have paid into a healthcare plan for years without ever being sick, without ever being injured, years on years, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. I've had patients, whenever I was a treating clinician, I've had patients before that would tell me flat out, I've been working since I was 12 years old. I got insurance when I was 16 years old. I've been having this same healthcare insurance. Here I am, 80 years old, and you telling me they're going to deny me this? What they're denying me because how much it's cost, I paid that much and way more than that into that. So, guys, it's sad, but again, there's so many complexities to this. Maybe when these things that open up and then maybe this could be something that calls the new administration to come in and really look into how people are done, how people are treated, and what these insurance companies really are doing when it comes to healthcare. Because how are we some of the most advanced people on the planet right now when it comes to medicine, and yet at the same time, insurance companies pretty much tell doctors and PAs and therapists and nurses and whoever might work in this, case managers and social work and administrators, they tell them what to do. And they're not even down there on ground level seeing what these patients are like or what they got going on. I'm just telling y'all. I'm saying too much right now. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. What are your thoughts on this thus far? That was a planned, sought out assassination. And the fact that they written that in bullets Mark my words, this is going to end up being one of those crazy movies years from now, or yeah, watch. Leave it in the comment section after this video, folks. And don't forget to do what you guys see in that cloud right there, if you would, please. And the next video that I will be doing in chronological order is going to be up here. Things that I do as a variety on this channel will be right here. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.